sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Gonna be a wet one as we're underway in Cincinnati. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
On 2, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, can.
Burrow. Get it out quickly to Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 M. 180.
Burrow now. Rolling right. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 1, ready?
3rd and 11.
Gun. Pass. 11. 11.
Here's Brown.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker, because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
19 Tiger.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check that. Street.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll go back to Etienne on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. His 4th TD grab of the season.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
12.
Burrows from out of the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And that run shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Beyond the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Saints out on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Third down, they need 5.
Let's go now. 1918. Big Lion. Let's go.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 5 brings up a 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Quick throw, taken in, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
We'll run the toss here to Etienne. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. 2nd and inches.
At the Bengals' 26-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Here's Etienne. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
It's third down, and here is Shuck. This is caught at 2. And he will score! Touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
The kicker on for the
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who've also scored throughout the league.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
37-yard line.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. One just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be. Because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Ryan Brzee. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
26-yard line.
They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second
and 5.
Hey, check that. 70, hey, smash Bronco.
Once again, it's Etienne. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, shot. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his...
Oh, not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
The long snapper is going to have to shoulder this one. I mean, this one falls flat on his plate. He put his punter in a really bad spot, and he wasn't able to bail him out, and disaster strikes.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First down. A gain of 12.
Let's go now.
First down, New Orleans.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On play action, it's Shuck. His throw left side is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 70 left, go.
Now, Etienne. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake, here's Shuck. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. The carry here for Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can throw outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Hawk 70.
Tight end going in motion here. Now Shuck on third down. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Saints. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out fast to start this second half. Big-time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the third quarter?
From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
11 Thomas. Here we go. Stop.
The drive will start on the ground. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
There are 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, a give to Etienne. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pick.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Go. Hogan 19.
On the give, it's Etienne. And that one's going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. 3rd and 9. To throw is Shuck. Now a screen set up for Etienne. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. And remember, his first was blocked. This is taken at the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Stop. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First down.
It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it. Because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12. 180. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the move, past the 40. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
On 2, ready? 11, here we go. Can. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Panther 60.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
From the gun, it's Shuck. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. They force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Stop.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
Push by Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
12, 12, 12.
Now second down throw for Burrow. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
13. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Here we go. Stop. Right 80. Right shot. Stop.
Burrow here on second down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on third down. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 empty. Right 80. Right shot. Twelve.
Push, alert, push.
11. Stop.
They'll run here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
11.
They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
11 MT tight, 12, 12, 12, 11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11, 11.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A gain there of 11. It's a Cincinnati first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll stick to the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
Here we go. White 80. White 11 Thomas.
Second down, Burrow. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's first and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Moving outside the pocket. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Here comes second down. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun on third down, Shuck. Back deep for Olave. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Again, working deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line, and that will all but end this game.
Defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me home when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Son of a gun.